Hello, welcome back to Stellaris. We have our two anomalies here, which have a risk of failure, a risk of a risk of failure, a risk of not working out. If we send our scientists to do it, and it's quite low. If you hover over it, it shows you where it is. It's this thing over here, and this planet over here. Both have scientifically interesting things to research on them, and that'll stay there. We don't need to worry about it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the speed of the game. The game has a dating system. Not as in like a, hey, you want to meet up, have a drink. But, oh, it's 2002. In this case, it's 2200. About to be 2201. So the game is separated into months and days.
System survey complete.
That's us getting a notification that we have thoroughly surveyed our home system and found 2 minerals and 2 energy credits, which is not much, to be honest. It seems we're pretty unlucky that way. We have found 2 Arctic worlds already in sensors. We don't really know much about them, but we know they're here. And when we survey them, we might be able to send out a colony ship. We could save for that. In the meantime, I think we're going to we're building a monument to the first people to go into space, which will give us more unity to unlock that special tradition tech. It's going to take us 20 months at the current speed to get enough unity to be able to move forward with one of those trees. So we now have a building that isn't being worked by somebody on a tile, which we get a notification for, but that's almost always there. So our scientist has gained a level while commanding his science ship, which is good for him. We're going to build a mining station on these 2, or at least on 1. Can't afford to build 1 on 2 yet. Our space station, that's where or space dock, I guess, or space port is called here, where we build all of our spaceships from. So yeah, we've just finished surveying the nearest system to us. It again only has 2 minerals in it, and all of these planets are just empty, really.
Tile blocker cleared.
The game prompts you with a lot of things, so it tells you when you've cleared a tile blocker or done something else. There's a lot of prompts to remind you what you're doing, really.
Construction complete.
So we've constructed a mining station on our home planet, so we're now gaining 2 minerals a turn. Because we have a station there, mining. On Bezalier 4, we've just found alien life. Specifically dangerous wildlife. Which is a form of tile blocker, but it is also, I suppose, this is the first time our species has seen another species of anything. In this case, it's just things that want to kill us. So, we've received a contact report, which is that our capital is abuzz with the news of alien life found by our science ship. While hardly intelligent by our standards, the fascinating beings defy easy classification and hint at immense complexities and the possibilities of the universe. That sounds like something a hippie would say. But we're not space hippies, because we're not peaceful. In fact, we're the opposite, quite militaristic. But we do want to go out and find new life and civilizations and probably conquer them. So, whoop for that. So we found the first thing I actually want to construct a station for. I'm going to construct a research station here on Belazir 4. We've also just colonized this art. Oh, I say colonized. We've just finished surveying this world, and we can colonize it now if we want. And that'll be quite expensive. So we probably won't right now. It would be good for our expansion, though. We found an anomaly, and I just instantly started researching it because its failure risk was only 10%. So it's on this planet here. I'll try and do things a bit less automatically. So once this is done, we'll be presented with an event, usually, or an explanation of what's going on. So in this case, we gain a research thing here. We're going to be able to research this planet and gain more physics research. That's the result of this. Basically, this planet experiences massive and extremely violent storm systems in its atmosphere. And it's a bit like I think Saturn in our solar system has actually got storms constant on it. So our scientists are interested in this. They want to research it. They say that there is a scientist faction usually, which is a new rehaul since the recent patch of this game. Your citizens form factions that change your species ethos, i.e. your ethics. So we've just received probably the most common event in the game, because I think every species gets this. It's an event asking us to research habitable worlds, i.e. survey them. We can say no and get some influence, or we can say yes. And we're going to say yes because it gives us technology at the end. And all we just have to do is do what we're already doing, which is surveying planets. Our construction ship over here on Belazir 4 is just finished constructing a research station. Research station. I can speak words. So now we're going to do the exact same thing again because we want even more physics research over here. Physics research is good. So we are still researching the technologies that we set up in last episode. We're mostly halfway through it now. I've got the game running on speed 2. There is speed 5, I think it goes up to. But speed 2 is enough, really. Because it allows you to read everything and not be idle, really. So when this pop, inverted commas, this person, this group of population has finished growing, that'll quite highly increase the speed at which our home planet is expanding because of the additional food it's going to generate. We actually have enough tradition now to adopt I'm calling it tradition. We have enough unity to adopt a tradition. So I think we are probably going to either do expansion or maybe discovery. Intelligent life taunts with pointed absinthe reads absinthe. And I'm just imagining an alien like taunting me now with like a bottle of highly voracious alcohol. But no. So basically there's nothing here. The people of our species is finding humor in the fact that the lower forms of alien life are paper of public record, but potential equals from other stars continue to elude us. I.e., where are all the aliens at? It looks like there's a dead civilization somewhere, which we've just found as well, which adds an ironic twist that they're dead. I think we are going to take discovery, because it will increase our research speed, and we've already got intelligent, I think, as a as a species, we do have intelligent, so we're really looking to get a lot of technology quite fast and get ahead in technology because it's quite important. Our science ship has still got hundreds of planets to explore. Once that pops drone, we'll have more things to do, really. So as it stands, we have 2 habitable worlds. And then there's a one world which is larger than the other 2, but probably not as habitable, which will make it harder. We've just found another planet we can research. And obviously, because we just took the discovery tradition, when we adopt it, we gain reduced cost for building research stations. So we're really aiming for a technological advance at the moment, which is quite good because it's only 2 and 3 months until we get our first techs. So our current ruler, this guy, Consul Gessler, was elected on a mandate, and the mandate is here, and it's basically that we're to build mining stations. We're to build 4 of them, and if we do, we will receive influence, which is basically admin points. Now we're going to go with genome mapping as our second tech, which will increase the growth of our population. We're also going to research. We're going to research field modulation over shields and better laser weapons because energy is going to become a quite finite resource for us right now, as we only have 149 and we're actually losing some every month. Which is unfortunate. We can now upgrade all of our food buildings, which we are probably going to do. If we go to our policies on food stockpiling, we can actually increase our food stockpiling to large, but we don't have a large enough thing for that. Basically, if you have a full food stockpile, your population grows faster. However, you can basically choose the size of your food stockpile, and the larger it is, the more food reserves you'll have. So we have no bonus now to population growth. However, we'll have more stockpile food.
Research complete.
And that +9 food isn't just going to waste. So we're going to take mineral silo 2 and processing plant,
System survey complete.
which will increase the number of minerals we can get as well. I think that's the best tech out of the ones offered there. Obviously, I'm not great at this game. There are probably other YouTubers who are doing more informative playthroughs of this game and have better understandings of the mechanics than I do. But that isn't to say we aren't going to have fun. I'm sure even if we do fail horribly, that will be funny.
Log updated.
We have discovered aliens. In this case, alpha aliens, which look to be big space aliens. They don't look to be ships. I mean, they kind of look like starfish. So they're just chilling, going through the galaxy, not causing any problems. We've stopped researching this growth speed tech to research these and learn more about them. Which is quite an annoying feature, really. But it allows you to choose what you value more. We're probably going to expand our mine, because we can do that. And we'll expand our... We'll cancel that. We'll expand our other mines. We're going to expand the mines first, because we do need minerals. It would also be a good idea to fulfill our ruler mandate, this guy's mandate, before the next election, which is in 5 years. It looks like it's going to be entirely even, with our current ruler losing in the vote share. However, we can support him for a cost, so we'll have to wait for the election to begin in 62 months before we can make him more popular.
Construction complete.
But we probably will, because I'm quite happy with his stats, and also he is part of the loyalist faction, essentially. And we don't really want to empower any other factions at the moment. Or ever, really. Our construction ship's still working away.
Complete.
We're gaining 10 minerals a month, but we're also losing 2 energy credits, which is a bit worrying. Now, at some point I'm going to have to start timing these.
Special project.
But I imagine we can probably play for at least another 10 more minutes. I promise by next episode I'll have timing sorted out. And if, and worst comes to worst, if it's really, really short, I can just combine them and make it really odd. Okay, well here comes trouble. Or not. It's a new political faction. This is the message for it. We'll probably see this 4 or 5 more times and then never again. In this case, it's the Patriotic Vanguard, led by the admiral that we hired to reduce the cost of our fleet, has founded a faction. And this faction, which is here, wants us to stay away from forming a federation, which is rather unfortunate, really. They also want us to expand our border. Having a happier faction might make it better for us. They will give us influence if we appease them.
Anomaly found.
I'm kind of tempted to. Obviously, we haven't really discovered enough to warrant expanding with a frontier outpost yet. But that is something on the back burner, because pleasing factions will give us more and help us in the long run. In the meantime, I'm going to construct some energy gathering outposts,
complete.
specifically a mining station on the sun here. We found a small mining base on built on Luris 1, so we're actually going to order this person to research that. Oh, they're not level 4. Okay, well they're not going to research that. So the outliner is listing all of the factions. The Patriotic Vanguard, which is a funny name for a political party, is the only one we've got so far.
Research complete.
We finished researching the energy plants, so we're going to research something to give us more research speed. That again, this is kind of our plan, is to be a technological power. So that's what we're doing. We are running out of energy slowly, but hopefully we'll rectify that pretty soon. So we're going to upgrade our energy buildings. And our food stockpile is filling up. Once it gets to 1,000, that'll be fine for quite a while.
Construction
Oops.
complete.
I managed to scratch the microphone with my headphone wire. Some impressive playing right. So this is considered fast by the game speed, but being that there's not much going on, it doesn't seem very fast. I think being that the milestone of running out of power is probably going to be this episode's milestone. We'll maybe continue this next time. I believe it's been approximately 15 to 20 minutes. However, by next episode we'll be timing properly. And hopefully we'll encounter some real aliens rather than just the dead ones that we've seen, and unintelligent ones that we've also seen, and really all of the disappointing aliens that we've seen so far. So, good luck, and I'll see you next time.